I'm live. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about another method of how to pick your college. And I have a daughter that goes to UC Riverside as an engineering student, loves that school. And my son is now participating in the college hunt slash search process, which we're neck deep in. It is mid-August, and applications are being filled out, and essays are being written, and all of those things. Um, But one method that you probably have not heard about, I'm going to tell you in a second. First, you've all heard of doing campus visits. I'll tell you about those. Usually, the kids are visiting those during the summer when the students aren't there. So you get to see buildings. You do not get to see what it looks like with the participants there, which is a real pitfall because you can't tell anything about the student body, how big it is, um, if they look happy, if they look stressed out, whatever. So everybody knows you can look up stats and they'll tell you all kinds of good things and bad information about what the school is about. But if you really want to know what the school is about, I've realized that one method is by looking at a graduation video from their campus. So, what do you learn about the graduation video that you're not going to learn from a campus visit? Well, one thing you learn is the size of the student body. So if the student body is all together in one graduation, you'll know that. If they're separated by their major or individual smaller colleges that are under the umbrella of the larger school, you'll learn that as well. It'll give you an idea of how separate or tight knit the individual groups of people are, or is the school all together all the time. The other thing that you're going to get possibly to see that we saw was when the kids were graduating at this one particular unnamed college, everybody there was using umbrellas and they were fanning themselves, and you could tell that it was hot and humid, gave an insight onto their weather perhaps that you didn't know about. But the main thing that you'll see is, what do the people look like in general, and do they appear to be happy? So some of these graduation celebrations, the kids walk down and they look like a bunch of zombies going through the process. And it makes you wonder, are they always that way? And then you can look up the school and see what is the demeanor of that campus. And what's surprising is if you look at that targeted search, sometimes it confirms what you see in the graduation video. So some of the schools that I watched after the initial first one I watched, like I said, they all looked like they were either disinterested or just generally zombified or tired. And some of them looked like they're ready to run and escape, like they didn't want to be there anymore. Now, a lot of these other schools I looked at later, everybody there was happy and jovial. And sometimes it's a stark difference between one campus to the next. And I'm not saying that that's the only piece of information you should use to pick your college, but it is definitely a good one because you get to see the people in action at least one day, better than a campus visit when no one's there. Some of those campus visits when the kids are all out of session is pretty gloomy. You think, wow, what is this place really like? As it's a ghost town right now. So look up not just online campus visit or um, campus tour, which is probably the two most common searches that people do online to see what a school's about. But look up the recent year graduation. So 2021 graduation, blah, blah, university. I think it will be very helpful to you as it was to me and my son this year.